At 60, 80 years old, the 7 heartbreaking realities of old age that will shock you. As we journey into our later years, the undeniable truths of aging come to light, often in ways we never anticipated. The golden years, once envisioned as a time of peace, self-reflection, and fulfillment, can reveal profound emotional challenges that shake even the strongest among us. For those between 60 and 80, life often carries a mix of beauty and heartbreak, a season rich in wisdom yet intertwined with losses that shape us in new, sometimes painful ways. These changes aren't merely physical, they dig deep into the core of our identity, shifting our values and reshaping our lives with each passing day. In this reflection on the 7 heartbreaking realities of old age, we uncover the truths that many experience but few discuss openly. Here, we'll look into the ironies and sorrows that touch the lives of American seniors, unique struggles that challenge the very essence of who we are, yet also offer valuable insights into life's most enduring lessons. Join us as we explore these experiences and recognize the strength required to navigate them with dignity and resilience. Subscribe to our channel for more insights on aging gracefully, embracing life's wisdom, and finding connection through shared experiences. Together, let's honor the journey of aging and gain a deeper understanding of the realities that shape our lives as we grow older. 1. Having wealth but lacking health. As we age, the dreams of enjoying a well-earned retirement often rest on the hope of spending our golden years with financial stability and the freedom it provides. For many, a lifetime of hard work, discipline, and sacrifice has accumulated wealth, sometimes beyond what was originally imagined. But as one grows older, an unsettling irony emerges. The wealth that was once a marker of success and security can feel empty when health begins to decline. In the face of chronic illness, limited mobility, or cognitive changes, financial resources lose much of their meaning. The beautiful home, luxurious car, and the freedom to travel may remain within reach, but only in theory, as the body imposes its own set of limitations. Health is a delicate foundation upon which all life's pleasures rest, and yet it is often in our later years that we come to fully realize its importance. Unfortunately, many elderly Americans find themselves facing serious health issues just when they have the financial means to enjoy life. Chronic diseases like arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and conditions such as Alzheimer's or dementia become common obstacles, limiting one's ability to experience the freedom that wealth once promised. The sense of betrayal can be profound. After decades spent building a secure financial future, the body now limits the very enjoyment of those hard-earned rewards. Wealth can buy some aspects of healthcare, but it cannot reverse the natural aging process or heal the irreversible damage that may come from years of stress, overwork, and perhaps even neglect of health in the pursuit of success. In the United States, where healthcare is often a privilege tied to financial means, the relationship between wealth and health becomes even more complex. Many seniors may have the financial resources to afford high-quality medical care, yet this care often revolves around managing symptoms rather than providing a true cure. The healthcare system, despite its advancements, remains largely reactive, often addressing health issues only after they've become pronounced. Even with insurance, the costs of managing chronic illnesses can be burdensome, chipping away at savings that were once seen as a safety net. Each doctor's visit, each medication, and each treatment underscores the irony that, while money can extend life in some ways, it often cannot restore the vitality and independence that aging naturally diminishes. Moreover, the psychological toll of deteriorating health amid financial security can weigh heavily on seniors. Many feel frustration and helplessness as they are forced to rely on others for assistance, tasks they once handled independently. A business owner who once managed a thriving enterprise may now struggle to manage simple day-to-day activities. A former athlete, once full of energy, may now be restricted by a body that no longer cooperates. These shifts impact one's self-image, leading to a crisis of identity where wealth, achievements, and past accomplishments become overshadowed by the limitations of health. This decline can bring feelings of vulnerability that, in a society valuing productivity and independence, can feel like a deep personal loss. For some seniors, the regret runs even deeper as they reflect on past choices that may have contributed to their current health challenges. The long hours, the missed vacations, the stressful deadlines, all in the name of building financial stability, can, in retrospect, appear like misplaced priorities. Many realize that wealth was pursued at the expense of health, with the understanding coming too late. Studies show that chronic stress, poor diet, and lack of physical activity, often byproducts of a demanding career, can lead to significant health issues in old age. For some, the knowledge that these illnesses might have been avoided had different choices been made adds an additional layer of regret. Yet even in the face of such sorrow, there are avenues for change and hope. Advances in medicine and technology are offering new ways to manage and even mitigate some of the impacts of aging. Healthier lifestyles, even when adopted later in life, can improve quality of life. Physical activity, a balanced diet, and mental health care are all tools that can extend the ability to enjoy life, even when chronic illnesses are present. For those with wealth, investing in holistic health programs, physical therapy, or wellness retreats can sometimes bring a renewed sense of vitality. Studies have shown that seniors who engage in regular physical activity and adopt healthier diets can reduce the risk of chronic diseases and improve mental health, even if these habits are only adopted in later years. Communities and social programs also play a crucial role in promoting healthier aging. Access to senior fitness programs, nutritious meal plans, and mental health resources can help seniors make the most of the health they have. This approach, known as active aging, emphasizes the importance of staying engaged, physically active and connected, rather than retreating into isolation. Having wealth but lacking health remains one of the stark realities of old age. It serves as a reminder that life's most treasured resources, health, time, and companionship, cannot be bought. As much as we value financial security, it is often health that is the true foundation of happiness and fulfillment. Recognizing this balance early on and making intentional choices to prioritize well-being over wealth can, for some, make the journey of aging more fulfilling. For those who find themselves grappling with this irony, the lesson is a profound one. True wealth is found in the ability to live fully, with or without material abundance. 2. Lacking a lifelong companion. The companionship of a lifelong partner is a bond that brings joy, strength, and purpose, especially in the later years of life. For many, this partnership becomes the cornerstone of daily existence, a source of comfort and support in both joyous and challenging times. Yet, with age, the heartbreaking reality is that many seniors find themselves facing life alone. The loss of a spouse, whether through passing, divorce, or simply not having had one, can bring a profound sense of isolation that touches every aspect of life. For those who spent decades building a shared world with someone, this loss can feel like a part of oneself has been taken away, leaving behind an emptiness that is difficult to fill. The sorrow of losing a lifelong companion often goes beyond the physical absence of a person. A spouse is not only a partner in daily routines, but a witness to one's life story. They share memories, experiences, and moments that hold deep personal meaning. The loss of this presence means that there is no one to reminisce with, to laugh over old jokes, or to recall shared history. As these shared moments fade, seniors may feel as though parts of their own identity are slipping away. The void left behind by a lost spouse or partner becomes a silent ache, a reminder of the irreplaceable bond that was once the foundation of their emotional well-being. For those who never had a lifelong companion, the impact of solitude can be just as poignant. While they may have built strong friendships and meaningful connections throughout life, these relationships often don't carry the same depth as a shared partnership does. In old age, friendships, no matter how close, may not fully compensate for the unique support a companion provides. Friends may come and go, but a spouse or life partner is a steady presence, someone who is there through all of life's highs and lows. Without this anchor, the world can feel less stable and more daunting, leaving some seniors adrift in a sea of unfamiliar emotions. The emotional toll of lacking a companion in later years can be immense. Studies consistently show that loneliness and isolation can have serious consequences on mental health, particularly for seniors. The World Health Organization has found that elderly individuals who live alone are at a higher risk of depression, anxiety, and even cognitive decline. The absence of a partner can amplify feelings of vulnerability, especially when dealing with health issues, financial concerns, or simple daily challenges. Tasks that were once managed together, such as cooking, cleaning, or managing bills, now fall entirely on one person, often making even the smallest of daily activities seem overwhelming. Furthermore, the psychological impact of living without a partner can shape one's outlook on life itself. For many seniors, the absence of companionship can lead to feelings of hopelessness or despair, especially when faced with the reality of their own mortality. Knowing that they have no one to share their life with or lean on during difficult times can create a sense of existential loneliness. This isolation can become a barrier to seeking out new connections or participating in social activities, as the loss of a lifelong companion can make one feel hesitant or unwilling to engage in the unfamiliar. Despite the sorrow of lacking a partner in old age, there are ways for seniors to find meaning and connection. Many turn to family members, friendships, and community groups to fill some of the gaps left by a lost spouse. Intergenerational programs, for instance, allow elderly individuals to share their stories, experiences, and wisdom with younger generations, fostering a sense of purpose and legacy. Some find solace in volunteering or participating in local clubs, faith-based organizations, or support groups where they can connect with others who understand their struggles. Building new relationships, while different from the depth of a lifelong partnership, can still offer comfort, companionship, and a sense of belonging. For those facing the reality of life without a lifelong companion, the journey can be incredibly challenging, but there is strength in finding ways to adapt, to reach out, and to remain engaged with the world. The loss of a partner can leave an indelible mark, but it also serves as a reminder of the resilience that lies within. As painful as it may be, learning to navigate life alone can be a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit. A quiet, yet powerful form of courage that allows one to find peace, even amidst the heartbreak of solitude. 3. Outliving friends and loved ones. In the later stages of life, one of the most profound sorrows that many people face is the gradual loss of friends and loved ones. As we grow older, we find ourselves increasingly surrounded by memories rather than by those who once shared in our daily lives. Friends and family members, with whom we spent years building shared stories and experiences, pass on, leaving behind an emotional void that is difficult to fill. This sorrow is unique to aging, a reminder of both time's passage and the bittersweet nature of life itself. The loneliness that comes from outliving one's peers and loved ones isn't just about missing individual people. It is about the absence of the connections that once defined a sense of community and belonging. Those who have spent their lives in close-knit circles of friends and family can find the slow diminishing of their social world especially painful. With each loss, the feeling of belonging in the world can start to fade. Friends from younger years, siblings who shared a childhood, and even one's own children sometimes. These are people who know us in ways no one else can. They carry parts of our own history, understanding our joys, struggles, and milestones in a way that newer acquaintances may not. Losing these connections often leaves a sense of isolation that is hard to replace with new relationships, as each person lost takes a piece of shared identity with them. The intimate conversations, inside jokes, and shared memories become things of the past, a cherished history now held alone. For seniors facing this reality, loneliness can be an unspoken but pervasive part of daily life. Even if family members or caregivers are present, the absence of peers who truly understand can make the world feel more distant. Family members or younger friends may not share the same life experiences or perspectives, creating a subtle but significant gap in understanding. This can lead to a kind of loneliness that isn't simply about being physically alone. It is a loneliness that exists even in the presence of others, born from the lack of people who truly see and understand one's past. The impact of such profound loneliness on mental health is substantial. Studies have shown that seniors who experience isolation are at a higher risk of depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. The emotional void left by lost friends and loved ones can lead to feelings of despondency and a diminished sense of purpose. This void also carries a particular weight for seniors who find it difficult to form new relationships, as social circles naturally shrink with age. For many, the act of making new friends or meeting new people becomes more challenging due to mobility issues, health concerns, or simply the emotional fatigue of having already lost so many connections. The result is often a sense of alienation that deepens with time. However, even within the sorrow of outliving loved ones, there is a path toward finding new meaning and connection. Many seniors turn to community involvement, religious organizations, or interest-based clubs as sources of companionship and purpose. Programs that promote intergenerational interaction, where older adults can share stories and wisdom with younger people, provide a unique bridge across ages, creating connections that, while different from lifelong friendships, can still offer deep fulfillment. These relationships, though perhaps not as rich with shared history, allow seniors to feel valued and appreciated for their experiences and insights, fostering a sense of belonging in a new way. In addition to these avenues, some seniors find that connecting with others who have experienced similar losses brings a unique kind of solace. Support groups for widows, those who have lost siblings, or groups for seniors experiencing loneliness offer a safe space to share and reflect on these experiences. Within these groups, bonds can form based on mutual understanding, creating a supportive community for those who have outlived their closest friends. For some, this shared experience of loss creates a depth of connection that is profoundly comforting, allowing them to process grief while also finding companionship. Outliving friends and loved ones is a reality that carries both sorrow and resilience. It underscores the importance of relationships and how they shape who we are, yet it also reminds us of the strength needed to carry on even when those relationships are gone. For seniors living through this experience, the journey is one of learning to honor past connections while also finding new ways to engage with life. Though the loneliness may remain, there is also an enduring courage in seeking new relationships and finding meaning in the community around them. In this way, the sorrow of loss becomes a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit, a quiet but powerful reminder that, even amidst grief, new connections are always possible. 4. The burden of regret. As we age, life often turns into a time of reflection, a chance to look back on the choices, achievements, and relationships that have shaped our journey. For many seniors, this reflection can bring feelings of pride and gratitude, Yet, it can also unveil an emotional weight that is both common and deeply personal: the burden of regret. In the later years, when time feels finite and the possibilities for making amends or pursuing new paths grow narrower, even small regrets can cast a long shadow. These reflections on past choices, whether missed opportunities or roads not taken, often become intensified by the understanding that certain dreams and aspirations may now remain unfulfilled. The burden of regret frequently begins with thoughts of what might have been. Choices made in youth, career paths, relationships, places to live, may have felt right at the time, shaped by the priorities and pressures of that era. But as we look back with the wisdom of age, certain decisions may appear less favorable or even mistaken. Perhaps there was a relationship worth nurturing, a dream job left behind, or a place we long to explore. While younger people may have the luxury of time to change course, seniors often feel the sharpness of missed opportunities more acutely, realizing that the clock may not allow for a second chance. This awareness can create an unsettling mix of sadness, frustration, and even resentment as one confronts the finality of certain choices. The emotional impact of regret is significant, affecting both mental and physical well-being. Regret can become a lingering presence, weaving its way into thoughts and emotions, often uninvited. Psychologists have noted that people who dwell on past mistakes or perceived failures are more susceptible to symptoms of depression, anxiety, and self-doubt. For seniors, these feelings are compounded by the fact that regretful memories are often intertwined with cherished ones. The same period that brought joy and success may also hold unfulfilled dreams and lost opportunities, creating an emotional landscape that is complex and at times difficult to navigate. It's not uncommon for these reflections to lead to social withdrawal, as some seniors may feel undeserving of connection or support, further isolating them from loved ones. Regret can also touch on relationships, sometimes more than on achievements or possessions. A senior may recall a friendship that was allowed to fade, a family conflict left unresolved, or words left unsaid to a loved one who has since passed. These relational regrets can be some of the hardest to bear, as they often involve people who played meaningful roles in one's life. The sting of these unspoken or unresolved emotions can be intense, leading to a feeling of unfinished business and emotional isolation. For some, these regrets may even overshadow the memory of positive relationships, as the mind fixates on what was left undone or unsaid, reinforcing a sense of loss. Yet, while the burden of regret is undeniably heavy, there are ways to approach it with resilience and, ultimately, acceptance. Many seniors find peace in the practice of self-forgiveness, understanding that the choices made were often the best decisions possible at the time, given the circumstances. This shift in perspective allows for compassion toward oneself, an essential step in easing the burden of regret. Life is a journey shaped by countless factors, and not every outcome is within our control. Recognizing this can provide a sense of release, enabling seniors to focus on the aspects of life that they can still enjoy and influence. For those facing deep-seated regrets, meaningful ways to address them may include opening up to loved ones or revisiting certain memories in a more positive light. Some seniors write letters to loved ones, living or deceased, expressing what was once left unsaid. Others engage in counseling or support groups, where shared reflections help normalize the feelings of regret and offer new ways of coping. Finding a creative outlet, such as journaling, painting, or storytelling, can also provide a sense of catharsis and help seniors reframe their past in a gentler, more forgiving way. These acts, while symbolic, can hold a powerful capacity for healing, bringing about a sense of closure and allowing space for new experiences. Ultimately, the burden of regret does not have to define one's later years. Though the finality of certain choices may remain, It's essential to remember that life offers opportunities for growth and connection at any age. Seniors can find purpose in helping younger generations understand the weight of life's choices, sharing insights and wisdom that may help others avoid similar regrets. By turning reflection into action, regret can transform from a source of pain into a motivator for positive change, reminding us all that the lessons learned from life's missed opportunities can still create meaningful impact. In the end, the weight of regret is a reminder of life's complexity and the intricate paths we travel. While some choices may remain forever unchangeable, the choice to seek peace, to forgive oneself, and to engage with the present is always within reach. Embracing this mindset can lift the burden, revealing a new sense of resilience and grace, even in the face of life's most profound sorrows. 5. Loss of independence. In American culture, independence is cherished as a hallmark of adulthood and personal strength. It is deeply ingrained in the lives of most people and, for many seniors, represents freedom, dignity, and the ability to live life on one's own terms. However, as we grow older, this prized independence often begins to wane, challenged by the natural decline in physical abilities. Aging brings with it changes that can make even simple tasks, such as dressing, cooking, or running errands, increasingly difficult. For seniors who have spent their lives as self-reliant individuals, these shifts can feel like an erosion of their sense of self, leading to profound feelings of frustration, vulnerability, and loss. Losing independence is not simply about needing assistance. It carries a deeper, often unspoken emotional weight. The inability to move around freely, drive a car, or care for one's own home can evoke a feeling of helplessness that cuts to the core of personal identity. For many seniors, daily life had always revolved around these basic abilities, choosing what to eat, when to sleep, and how to spend their time. But as physical abilities decline, seniors may feel as though they are losing control over these decisions, which can lead to a sense of disempowerment and despair. The impact on mental health can be substantial, with seniors experiencing heightened feelings of anxiety, depression, and even anger as they adjust to their new reality. In the United States, the value placed on self-sufficiency adds another layer to the emotional impact of losing independence. For generations, American society has upheld the image of the self-made individual, and seniors are often expected to embody this ethos even as they age. The thought of moving into assisted living or relying on family for help can seem like a failure, a divergence from the ideals they spent a lifetime striving to uphold. The cultural pressure to remain independent can prevent seniors from asking for the help they need, causing them to suffer silently as they struggle with the increasing difficulty of daily tasks. This reluctance to seek assistance can intensify feelings of isolation and make the experience of aging more burdensome. The psychological toll of losing independence is compounded by the reality that these changes are often gradual, leaving seniors with a constant sense of uncertainty about what they will no longer be able to do tomorrow. For many, the fear of becoming a burden to loved ones can be just as troubling as the loss of autonomy itself. Seniors may worry about straining family relationships or feeling like they are a source of inconvenience, leading them to withdraw emotionally. They may feel embarrassed or ashamed to rely on others, especially if they were once the providers and caretakers within their families. This shift from independence to dependence can create a complicated mix of pride, guilt, and vulnerability that many seniors find challenging to articulate, let alone overcome. However, as difficult as the loss of independence can be, there are ways to find dignity and strength within this transition. Many seniors discover that accepting help, rather than diminishing their sense of self, can lead to deeper relationships and new perspectives. Asking for assistance is not a sign of weakness, but rather a recognition of the inevitable changes that come with age. Family members, friends, and caregivers often become pillars of support, not only by providing physical help, but also by offering companionship, encouragement, and a reminder that needing help is a natural part of life. For those who embrace this interdependence, the experience can lead to meaningful connections that make aging less isolating and more bearable. In recent years, there has been a growing focus on aging in place, an approach that enables seniors to remain in their own homes with the help of supportive services and community resources. Programs that offer home visits, meal assistance, or transportation for the elderly allow seniors to maintain a degree of independence while receiving the help they need. These services can alleviate some of the psychological impact of losing independence by providing seniors with a sense of control and continuity in their lives, reinforcing the belief that, although abilities may change, dignity and personal worth remain intact. Ultimately, while the loss of independence is a difficult reality of aging, it can also be a profound opportunity for growth and adaptation. By reframing dependence as an aspect of the human experience, seniors can find peace and purpose, recognizing that independence is not the sole measure of one's value. 6. Being abandoned by children. As people enter their later years, many look forward to the love and support of their families, especially their children, as they navigate the challenges of aging. Yet for some seniors, the painful reality is a sense of abandonment and isolation from the very people they once nurtured and raised. This feeling of neglect, particularly when it comes from their children, can be a source of deep emotional sorrow. The experience is often layered with complex emotions, from sadness to disappointment, as parents reflect on the years spent supporting their children, only to feel distant and forgotten in their time of need. The emotional toll of feeling abandoned by one's children is profound. Many seniors remember a time when family bonds were strong and intergenerational support was almost a given. However, today's fast-paced world and shifting family dynamics can contribute to growing physical and emotional distance between parents and children. Adult children may live far away, consumed by their careers, personal lives, or even the demands of raising their own families. In these situations, regular visits or even frequent phone calls become rare, leaving seniors with a sense of disconnection from their children's lives. What was once a close relationship gradually fades, and for the elderly, this lack of connection can lead to feelings of profound loneliness and emotional abandonment. Societal changes have also contributed to this reality. In previous generations, it was common for multiple generations to live together or nearby, ensuring that aging parents were cared for within the family. However, today's emphasis on individualism and personal independence often leads to families spreading out across cities, states, or even countries. This geographic separation, combined with the modern expectation that children pursue their own lives, has weakened traditional family bonds. While parents may understand the importance of their children's lives and commitments, the resulting isolation often feels deeply personal. Many find it hard to reconcile their children's absence with the sacrifices they made and the closeness they had hoped would continue in old age. For some seniors, this perceived abandonment leads to a sense of purposelessness and sorrow, particularly if family has been central to their identity. The loneliness can be especially isolating when compounded by health concerns or mobility issues that make it difficult to form new connections. In the absence of regular contact from their children, elderly parents may feel cut off from the lives of those they care about most, with their role in the family seeming diminished and increasingly irrelevant. The weight of this experience can lead to depression, anxiety, and a heightened sense of vulnerability, as the once reliable foundation of family appears to slip away. Despite this sorrow, some seniors find ways to cope with feelings of abandonment. Many turn to friends, community programs, or faith-based groups to regain a sense of connection and purpose. Reaching out to others facing similar experiences can bring comfort, as these relationships offer support and understanding. Additionally, organizations that promote intergenerational connections can help alleviate some of the pain of separation, reminding seniors that they are valued, respected, and still capable of meaningful relationships. For seniors dealing with abandonment from their children, it's a journey of learning to find fulfillment and connection in new places. While the absence of family can never truly be replaced, adapting to this change with resilience and finding new ways to foster connection can bring solace and purpose, reminding them that they are not alone in facing this reality. 7. Being burdened by children's dependence. For many seniors, the anticipation of retirement brings hopes of relaxation, freedom, and time to focus on personal interests after decades of hard work. However, for some, these years can be overshadowed by a lingering responsibility, the dependence of adult children. Whether it is financial support, emotional guidance, or even physical caregiving, this reliance can create a significant burden, disrupting the peace that many seniors look forward to in their later years. Instead of focusing on their well-being, they find themselves drawn back into roles of responsibility, sometimes at the expense of their own needs. Financial dependence is one of the most common ways adult children rely on their aging parents. Rising costs of living, student debt, and challenging job markets have made financial independence more difficult for younger generations, leading many to turn to their parents for support. Seniors who may have carefully planned and saved for retirement find themselves dipping into their resources, often straining their budgets and putting their own financial security at risk. Instead of enjoying the fruits of their labor, they face the anxiety of maintaining financial stability, unsure if their savings will last as long as they need. This financial burden is compounded by feelings of guilt and obligation, as many elderly parents feel unable to say no to a child in need, even when it threatens their well-being. Emotional dependence can also weigh heavily on aging parents. Many seniors find themselves as the emotional anchor for adult children going through life's inevitable ups and downs, divorce, job loss, or personal crises. While parents want to support their children, being continually relied upon as a source of stability can be exhausting, especially when they are facing their own challenges related to aging. This constant emotional responsibility can hinder their ability to focus on self-care and personal growth, leading to a sense of stagnation and even resentment. In the delicate years of late life, when peace and reflection are most needed, the demands of emotionally dependent children can feel overwhelming. Physical caregiving is another aspect of dependence that can impact elderly parents. In some cases, adult children may require direct support due to health issues or disabilities, which places even greater demands on aging parents. Seniors who thought their caregiving days were behind them may find themselves assisting with daily tasks, running errands, or even providing full-time care. This added responsibility can be physically taxing, especially for those dealing with their own health concerns. What was meant to be a time of rest and recuperation becomes a period of increased physical strain, often without the energy reserves they had in their younger years. The emotional toll of being burdened by children's dependence is profound, as it can diminish the sense of personal autonomy that seniors worked so hard to achieve. Retirement, once seen as a time of liberation, begins to feel like an extension of past responsibilities, with personal plans pushed aside to make way for others' needs. This disruption to retirement plans can lead to feelings of frustration, fatigue, and sometimes even regret. Aging parents may find themselves questioning their role and wondering if they will ever be free to focus solely on their own lives. However, establishing boundaries can help alleviate some of this strain. While it's natural for parents to want to assist their children, recognizing the importance of their own well-being is essential. Encouraging children to seek independence and take responsibility for their own lives can create a healthier dynamic, allowing seniors to reclaim their time and energy. For some families, Honest conversations about expectations and limits can lead to a more balanced relationship where support is offered without compromising the parent's peace of mind. In navigating this journey, seniors can find ways to reclaim the sense of freedom they deserve in their later years, while still fostering a supportive relationship with their children. Striking this balance allows them to enjoy the retirement they worked so hard to build, without the weight of burdens they no longer have the energy or resources to bear. Reflections on life's lessons. Aging brings with it profound lessons, some filled with joy and others with sorrow. Through the journeys of loneliness, loss of independence, regret, and complex family dynamics, seniors reveal remarkable resilience and a quiet strength that often goes unnoticed. Each struggle is a reminder of the deeper human experience we all share, connecting us through compassion and empathy. These insights urge us to cherish and support the elderly, honoring their stories and respecting their needs, for they hold valuable wisdom and life experiences that enrich us all.